All right, I'm at the point with the soundboard for the 2-point auger mandolin where I've transitioned away from using the 7/8 of an inch gouge and the mallet. Set that aside. I won't touch it again for this process. And I'm mainly using this little finger hand plane, palm plane, whatever. So, as you can see, it's starting to take the shape more of a archtop shape. I'm leaving everything from the sound hole that I've not cut out yet to the top. I'm leaving that intact for now because I want to just dial in the measurements and calculations as far as the ramp and the angle. So I'm basically focused on the bottom 2/3 of this right now, and also the perimeter below these points and where the thinnest area will be. So I've established that, again, with this line, I'm not quite there yet. I want to stay just above it for now, just have a little bit of wiggle room. But that's a 1/4 inch kind of ledge I have. And now I will be eventually carving a recurve in here, and it will be less than 1/8 of an inch thick in this area once the recurve is carved. But that'll be like one of the last things I do. Right now, I'm basically working on trying to create a nice smooth flow and slopes from where the bridge is, which will be right here, kind of outward in all directions. And again, it's not even everywhere because it's not an even body shape, so you do have to be aware of overall flow. I like to pay attention to grain direction, especially going down slope. You'll have less chance of tear out. But some people, me included, initially when I first started carving, I assume you just go with the grain with every pass of the plane. But obviously with an arch top, you'll have issues with grain run out, tear out. So I like to use the bridge location as a good place to stay oriented to. And I kind of work my way in the curves and the contour around that location. This kind of football shaped area, I don't touch that area. I leave that area alone. That's one of the last spots I'll chisel, or not chisel, but I'll plane from. And I try to mimic as close as I can the shape of the footprint of the bridge that I'll be using. So again, thinnest part is going to be about right about there. I'm not going to start digging into that real estate yet. I'm actually still going to be just working the slopes to be nice and smooth going towards that area. So I'll demonstrate that a little bit now. Enough blabbering on. Again, I don't work in straight lines with the archtop. I do nice kind of almost 1/4 circle turns like this. And I'm holding the plane like this. All right, and I kind of turn my wrist a little bit because that's also changing the angle of the blade and helps prevent any tear out. And so from starting near the bridge, I'll kind of work in like a terraced manner until about I get down to where the recurve is going to be. So yeah, it helps break your soundboard up into quarters and kind of stay loosely within those. Use the pencil, always redraw. And then I use this little light, like I said. So sometimes I'll even turn the above light off. So it's super dark and it's just this light. And it'll really highlight any areas that need a little more attention. You know, also it helps too, like squat down and look at it from different angles. Don't just use your normal perspective from whatever your body height is. Like just look all over, all around. And if you need to, just keep like redrawing lines, like reference lines. I think I've carved like, I don't know, well over 150 soundboards and then 150 backboards by this point. So you kind of, for me, it's more of just, I understand the flow that it needs to be, but don't be afraid to just keep drawing and redrawing reference lines. And they'll kind of eventually give you a good handle on things. So what I did, I don't know if the camera shows, but you know, even if it's just simple lines like that, and they'll kind of mimic a curved terrace, you know, turn it around, look at different angles, and always be moving the soundboard to look at it. And take your time. I mean, I think it's a super enjoyable process. Take your time. You know, the spruce cars so easily. It should be a very enjoyable part of the process for you to do. So if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, ideas, leave a comment. If you're enjoying content like this, you know, definitely subscribe. I'm working hard to get more information out to people so they can try to build some instruments or think of different woodworking things they would like to try in the future. So, all right, I'm gonna get back to carving more of this soundboard.